Sparrow came hard at the footy but couldn't control it. Petrarca could.
Chance to breathe here for the Demons. They're 10 points down, just kicked the 1 goal in the quarter. Had lots of opportunities early, couldn't make it work, and this man been outstanding so far, Grundy, as you would expect.
So more jump here, he does from 3 deep. Here's Ginnivan's moment. He gets it, shrugs, he got it for high. Well, the umpires were always going to have to do that job sooner or later.
Here we go.
Would they give it or wouldn't they give it? The AFL put the memo out during the week. He loves this kind of moment. He was born for this. Around the body, he's got it. Get ready for the dub.
Meek rolls reversed. Here's Jack. Ginnivan's got through. Ginnivan has kicked the goal. Oh, Jack. Even he wouldn't have dreamed of this when he woke up this morning to take on his old teammates.
Dale, Harms had 2 to beat, fists it to himself, gathers, runs backwards, and he's gone. Billings seals the deal with a terrific tackle and a little bit of spite in it too against his old teammate.
Yeah, needs to be careful.
Great work by Billings again.
Just stayed busy.
Yep.
Stayed busy in the tackle.
Through it. I think Harms thought he had him for strength, and it was just an endeavour.
He's done plenty to earn the admiration of the Melbourne.
Bangs it, blasts it long. Larkey won't get there. He might now off the bounce. Zerha bumped. There'll be some boos as well, you'd think, for Ben Mackay. 71 games for North. Maybe a boo or two, but
They're well down.
Martin to Redmond to Kelly to guess who? Ben Mackay. A lot of boos there.
Jumping. And we are ready to go. Getting the better of Pearce. Really good one-on-one mark. And short to Schultz, game number 100. First look against his old club.
Bombers are starting to get out goal side. Well done, Dan Brosiak.
Very good.
Squares it up to Impey.
Stand! Play on!
Finds Colwyn McKercher, who was picked 2 in last year's draft. The Morris Medal winner is the best player in the under-18 championship. So much excitement about the younger brother being brought into it from the older brother.
An elite runner, Ben, their father, and Oliver is as well.
Fisher, aided by Shepherd, takes some good territory.
Rao flicked the handball out to the dangerous Ainsworth without Rankin, but look at that 2-on-1 in the goal square. Did he mark a child? Play on it must have been, and play on he does.
Yeah, good.
He doesn't miss too many.
Part there, and now they're back with a chance.
Day sends it forward, sends it high, off hands. Chol, the former Tiger. Somehow he scrapes through a goal, but it's a glorious one.
Runner, we thought it might have gone to Collier. Instead, he went to Sonny Williams, and he got immediately tackled.
Now to Wiedering on his left boot. He's terrific and finds Chera. Every time he's had it tonight, he's got the jeers. A well-weighted kick to the man that's just come onto the ground in Jordan Boyd.
Very casually down the line, and well done, Chera. Walters is capable of anything, as we know. Chera got him.
Carlton.
Maynard wants to go corridor. Good ball too for DeGoey. They want to move it quick, always Collingwood. Lipinski pumps it to a dangerous spot. Henry. What about that ball movement? Wants to play on quickly. Hoskin Elliott. Lots of Collingwood numbers. Lipinski off the deck.
And Will Brodie against his old team. Side by side with Anderson. Witts climbs, knocks it down, and here's Brodie on cue. He's been in awesome form for his new club. Clark bangs it full. The ex-Docker, of course, slips. Rao got his arms free, wrapped up by his own teammate, old teammate Brodie, holding the ball.
And we just saw Weller go to ground, just reinforces with about a couple 100 mils of rain on the go.
For a few hours at least. Dawson playing forward, as we talked about earlier in this term, and taking a good contested mark.
I think the Swans fans have been desperate for him to take a mark, so he can give
They've been building these
these boos for the former Swan.
Opposition analysis to Jordan Dawson this week. The former Swan hearing the boos, trying to silence them, and he's a deadly kick, isn't he? And suddenly there's some cheers from the Crows fans instead.
Out to the open spaces on the outer wing.
Collier gets in front of O'Connor, tracks it back, a little bit on the hand pass. Clarkie's first touch gets his older side and loses the footy. Lucky to get away with it. O'Driscoll, Brayshaw waited for the runner, and now it was Clark with a slider, and he's got Schultz out the back with a massive kick in this game of football.
Clark with the run off the back half.
Had to lead back at the ball to get an easy mark.
Scholl was able to get settled and kick deep again. Gallant worked out of it effectively by Jake Kelly against his old team, and knowing Jake and the Kelly gang, he'll enjoy it, I reckon, Brownie.
That's right. Got a hard head like his old man.
Fat fingers as well.
Blakey to steer it wide. Hewitt. Go back inside. Just.
Little 1%ers, get around and reward it.
I think we might have to have another look at that, Bristol. I think he might have applauded his own smother there.
Targeting forward 50, movement. He's asking.
Sends it to the pocket for the leapers. Well, Adams was there and he got an arm chop. Had his arm dragged down so he can get them one back that he cost them earlier in the quarter. To a boo or two for Pistol Pete from Modbury. Pulls the trigger on that. Bullseye. Perfect 10 for coaches' votes last week. Simpkin sends North forward, so Goldstein waits. Tarrant against his old team takes the mark. His first game against North after 14 seasons for North.
Braden Maynard. No really good connection, but there's Kruger. Welcomed by the Pies fans. Turnover, Norton. Daniel. Now out the back, it should be easy for O'Brien, it is. Relentless. This for 3 Bulldogs goals in a row. No problems there.
Hasn't kicked one all season. Callum Coleman Jones, of all people, the ex-Tiger, can give them back the lead. Kangaroos wouldn't even play him at stages early this season. 9 games for Richmond. Game 15 in total, and he missed it.
All clear.
Expect plenty of heat in this one to start with. There's Rioli and Petrevski-Seaton combine, and the kick just finds its way to Plowman. Tumbling ball in. Curnow was there. Great spoil away it was by Edwards. Carlton still a chance. Fisher taken high. He went in low to win the footy. And he's been taken over the shoulder, and he's a chance to kick the first to the game. And it was the former Blue in Sam Petrevski-Seaton who infringed.
They keep their season alive if they win this one. Good crowd in. Bounce of the ball, we're underway. Finlayson, first time against his old team, and he might get the...
Clean. Tries to break the tackle of Tomlinson, ends up with Treloar. Baker forgot that he wasn't playing with Petrarca anymore and gave it to him. English.
A number of injuries to star players, and a fair bit of this stuff going on as well. Maynard's in there, Henry's in there. They predicted the Henry stuff might be coming. Myatek and Tui on St Patrick's Day.
Out the back, Henry. Gonna kick another one. No! Run down by Moore. Who lets him know about it?
That was brilliant, Darcy Moore. He fell over. He slipped over. He thought he'd given a goal away.
Well, it won't affect him, and he'll move on straight away after that initial touch of the footy. And they come for him now, and I'm sure once the game starts, he'll be right into it. So Rory Lobb
Might be regretting, BT, those comments he made as he left.
Joe Hannison. Lobb. Rory Lobb silences them with a beautiful set shot.
Bad, is it? Treloar. Liberatore, great hands. English. Poulter, the former Pie. No. I reckon he was going the wrong way.
He thought he was...
I think he thought he was out and off. And he couldn't believe how easy he had.
He was playing for Collingwood, BT.
Yes, he was. He forgot.
Let's get it underway. Todd Goldstein's been in great form. Butters tries to cut it down. Horne-Francis jumps in. Going to get a touch on the ball, a boo or two early. The pantomime boos we expected. Ball might work for them. Lord, the collect was superb. Rosie says, I'm going for home, boys. Heads long, goal square. Horn Francis gets it, turns, spins, puts him in the spin cycle, and to the Blues.
There's a key protagonist. The former premiership winning Bulldog with Marcus Bontempelli lining up on him. It's a big night for the Dogs, and the Lions looking to make it 2 wins from 3. And already,
as much as he had Johannesson, now he goes over the top, hopes for Liberatore, brilliant in. Dunkley's having some sort of a night.
From the Demons fans. Arms lead is just 1. Gawn went into the MCG turf, and Jackson was the last man standing. Able to take it cleanly, made it a big problem for Hibbert, and the problem gets bigger now as Jackson does get the delight of kicking a goal against his old mates.
Got the option out wide, Bobby Hill, why wouldn't you?
Well, just too easy.
41 games for the Giants. Today, game 50. Asked for a trade a couple of seasons ago. And Bobby putting on a show. He's got a couple. Didn't quite work. Side bottom. Crisp. Options are plenty. Bobby Hill. He couldn't, could he? You are kidding me. How's that for an opener? From the ex-Giant.
Thought about kicking. Hill, a little shimmy. McInnes at the pop of the skirts. Grundy's to own. You heard the cheers and the jeers all at once. Screaming for the football is Chandler. Ignored. Turning is Grundy. Kick. 60 goals as a Magpie. He kicks one against them.
Tualia has a little bit of time and space. Drops it deep forward again. Big pack of players. Hardwick. Day again. The Hawks camped in their defensive 50. Aim on. That's a beautiful kick against his former side. And he finds Brockman. Frost's going to be outnumbered. Lewis does well. Stays down. Can he pick it up? Mitch Lewis finds space. And the finish is there. Aim on.
He's had 5 disposals so far. And the message out of Richmond during the week is that he was very much invested, Dustin Martin, and wants to be to negotiate your first against the old team. But Tim Taranto won't get a better chance to kick a goal than this from 30 out. And he puts it right through.
Over the top, McCreary. Couple of options in the air. McStay, one of them.
In close, McStay.
Yeah, it's going to be a 50. Absolute certainty now.
Protected
Highly
area.
likely to be going through anyway, and he thumps it up into the 3rd tier.
Schultz has pushed up. Darcy's on long in the pocket. He's got some space. The kick hangs in the air. Zeeble across. Did he chop the arms? Ball's knocked away. Switkowski trying to keep it in. Logue there too. Cops the booze for the first time. Bergman sees it out.
As he kicks towards half forward. McStay, the aerial presence. Mitchell, of course, against one of his 2 former teams. Didn't want to get in the road of Cameron. Mitchell, pressure from behind Morrison.
Listen to the boos and the cheers in equal measure. Jams it down the throat of Norton. Wonderful first touch for Trelaw.
And walks past his former team. Great scenes here as his former teammates
switch the angles and make sure they defend all parts of the ground.
First touch for Isaac. Short to O'Connor. Higgins, so much talent. Out wide. Smith, the big hawk, gets on the end of it.
That was a beautiful kick from Isaac Smith. Just put it to Hawkins' advantage.
Off Mason Wood. Saints get their 5th. This is a hot start now. And it's on. Some pushing and shoving going on.
And then after that goal, just a little bit of grumpiness from both mobs and a bit of a scuffle there.
And notice at Bolter there, like Wood's not a small boy, he's 6.
Dumps a left foot ball out of there. Late fist from Cameron, and Perryman wants a piece. The old teammates.
Damien, throw it in. Shannon Rees. The ball's in. The ball's in play. The ball's in play.
Here's it into the pocket for Cameron. Iden. Cameron, that's a mark. He'll want to play on. On his left side, Jezza. Beautiful.
We'll be very careful there, mate.
Very careful.
Hello. One of them smiling. I don't know if Bud's laughing as much.
Elias still without a touch against his old team.
He just went round the side on the replay that saved him. Head-on contact might have been a bit of a mess. Better. So it's just a little bit in it at the moment. A little bit going on. So
All there or thereabouts. The cleanest was Grundy. He handled it straight to his old teammate, Tom Phillips.
I wonder if he called, Hunter.
Sproats. Segler kicks it wide and he finds more.
Stevenson again as the reinforcements arrive. Atlee was able to shake the tackle of Poulter. Crash down. That's what
Bit unlucky down here too, Hutto. He got booed as soon as he got the ball, so they don't forget down here, the Pies fans, do they?
Brayshaw taken in a tackle, tried to get the kick away, and he's gone.
Free kick.
This is a big, big kick. Late in the half, what's he got from the set shot? It looks really good. And then he takes on the former teammates who come bashing into him.
It's still going. Harms is in there, wants to throw his weight around.
a difficult position. Fantasia circling. Tackle on Caldwell. Oh,
gone.
And he will relish that Fantasia. For so long a Bomber, he wanted to return to be around his family. He wanted to be a Port Adelaide player, and he's home. B for Port Adelaide. Here's a little bit of what happened before the goal.
Zalir caught. Brilliant tackle. Umpire said he legally got rid of it. And Higgins. Brilliant goal in game 250. Sean Higgins off. So it sets up nicely for Geelong to keep this momentum going. It's 11 wins out of 12 now. And it's great to see North Melbourne standing 129 games for North, 108 for the Dogs, 13 for Geelong. Sean Higgins, Geelong born and bred.
Way of getting onto that left of his, and another penetrating kick to Danaher. Rolls onto his left, fires towards goal. He rejoices, and so too do Lions fans. A nice moment on a Saturday night.
Great leap, Joe, and he looks so good when he's jumping at the football.
Back to Saad. And back into the side. Really good intercept play, that man, Jordan Ridley.
Essendon fans not missing Adam Saad from his first kick.
Play on the beat.
Straight into it.
Yeah, the Gold Coast Suns didn't get a senior game. So this is the response to Saad, ball in hand. As you said, Liam, that footy fans, they're an interesting lot.
Dominant tapped brilliantly again then. Dow gave it off to Williams, who dropped the football, crashing on through as Parks, who comes in. He hasn't seen a lot of time as a Blue. Half a dozen games now, all this year.
Now Paddy Dow, Matt Kennedy, ricochets back to Williams against his old club. And they won't mind this, GWS.
Yeah, their tackle pressure is a lot.
Got rid of the handball. Now, Crouch, who started it all, can finish with a goal. And that's what he does.
Let it go, move away, step on.
Fred Crouch.
With knee injury, we'll have scans.
Okay, Jordan to full forward, under pressure. Oh, Ben Brown.